Confused people do what? What do confused people do? Confused people do nothing. So I wanted to go live tonight just to talk about, why I feel like it's a bummer when people get frozen. Like there's in the economy right now, we're seeing people freeze. There are, on flight, or they're literally like frozen in fear. So it's like fight, flight, or frozen. And I feel like that when people are confused about which platform do I go live on, which platform do I share who I am on, where do I serve more people, and how can I show up better? People are confused. And so I want to be able to come and share a challenge that I'm going to do this week. I've been in privilege and honor to be in the network marketing space for the last 11 years. I've gone through different seasons of it. I've been at the top of a few companies, and it's literally my honor and privilege to be in this industry, because I've never seen anything like it. It is work, but it is the best kind of work, because you get to serve people the way that you want to and you want to serve. And I can honestly tell you guys that it kills me when I see people quit, because if you quit, then you have no hope of getting to where you want to go. But if you just keep learning, you just keep growing, you have a chance at getting where you want to go. And so I noticed for myself that after there became so many gurus online, that even though I had gotten to 6 and 7 figures, had been, the top of companies, I realized I started getting frozen in like, am I doing this whole niche thing wrong? Is there really a niche, however you say it? Like, can you only pick one? Do I have any other perfectionists out there that you're like, is there only one way to do this thing? And so what I found was I stopped going live. I stopped helping other people publicly. I definitely always served my team and my company, but I felt like frozen. Have any of you guys over the last 2022 was just a weird year? Anyone feel me on that? If you are in the space of network marketing, will you comment below how long you've been in the space? Like, have you been less than a year, 2 to 3 years, 5 years, past 9 years? I would love to see how long you've been in the industry. So I have decided that it's now my season to give back. And it's on my heart, because I've gained so much from this. And whenever you gain a lot from an industry, you always should give back to it. That's my feeling. And when I see people really confused about how to serve in their gifts, it is really important. And so now that kids are about to go back to school, my kids go back in 2 weeks. Some of you guys' kids probably, when do your kids start? Tell me in the comments. I'd love to see. And when that happens, it all of a sudden means back to work, back to you time, back to for moms. When kids go back to school, there's just this like permission slip that's like, okay, now you get to do what it is in your best interest. And so I thought, what better time to serve the industry than right now in August, to talk about, get really clear on who you are and who you serve, because we're about to go into the best end of the year. We have, September, October, November. Y'all, if you have not been let in on the secret that in this industry of network marketing, there is a calendar of when it is busier and there's better times in sales than other times. Well, you are about to enter one of the best times in the industry, in the world, in sales, to be a part of something where you share what you love and you are who you love, and you do that. Oh, Martha, thanks so much. Oh, Jamie, so good to see you. So thank you. But here's what I wanted to just share is that when Reels came about, I just didn't want to dance. I didn't want to waste people's time dancing or doing. Now, if you can dance, it's probably because I don't know how to dance and I can't sing. So I'm like, either one of those things, count me out. But I realized I stopped sharing what I knew to help other people, because I was frozen in that. And if anyone can relate to that, let me know. But what I do feel is important is, I've been able to be in the space and help many people make 6 figures and beyond. And I feel like I stopped wanting to share all that information, because it just seemed like there's so many gurus out there. Well, guess who's a guru? Only the people who've decided. So if the people that are gurus have decided that they want to share their information, and you are a hero to somebody else. Like if you're a 4th grader once, you were a hero to the 3rd grader. I promise you. And so over the next 4 days, in a community that I have called Monetize Your Genius, I know talking about money on the internet is frowned upon, but here's the deal. Have you ever felt broke? Or know anyone who's felt broke? Have you ever not been able to pay a bill? Have you ever felt like you're in debt, or you have to put back the cereal at the market, or you have to say no too many times to your kids? Well, if that is true, then that has been true for me in the past. And so for me, coming from humble beginnings and where I've been, I don't want to have to say no, and nor do I want other people, all my friends. I want you to be able to say yes. Like, it is my dream to build a home in Hawaii and have my home in California, but to be able to have a retreat center where people can take their families and literally that I can gift weeks away of people to sit by the ocean, of network marketers to take their teams there and have retreats. I want to be able to have a place like that. So I'm just saying, if you have a dream like that, that means you have to serve more people or get more uncomfortable. How many of you guys still have a dream left? Like, you, or you want a home somewhere else? Like, put in the comments if there's a place where you want to have a home somewhere else. Like, tell us where you want to have another house. Because I'd love to be inspired. I'm sure other people would love to be inspired. But here's why. What happens when people get confused and they think, I have to be on Reels, I have to be on TikTok, I have to be on all the things. Guess what? You have to be where you will show up consistently. You have to be where you will show up consistently. Yes or yes. If you're willing to show up consistently on stories, do that until you feel like you're ready to graduate to Reels. If you feel like you will show up on Facebook, then do that until you'll show up somewhere else. Like, if TikTok, I mean, people are exploding on TikTok, and if that's comfortable for you, go over there and go with your bad self. But I'm just telling you, when people stop doing things, it's because it's like the fire is almost out, and it is important for, who was it? Jenna Kutcher on the Tony Robbins challenge was talking about that little fire, in the bonfire, when there's like this tiny little fire that looks like it's left, and people can put water on it and torch out the fire. But if that little ember catches onto paper or something, it could blaze a fire again. Well, if you feel like right now, like your fire's out, or you're like, I'm struggling, or you don't feel like your business is where you want it to go, number one, it's normal for August. So let's just normalize that. Doesn't mean you have to switch companies or do something crazy. Just means that it is normal for August that feels like that. But if you feel like there's more of you to give, and that there is like that little light in that fire that could light up and actually have you have success in something else, but you just want more clarity, I want to invite you to a free challenge over the next 4 days. I'm going to do Nail Your Niche in 4 days. I don't care if you pronounce it niche or niche, however you pronounce it. We're going to do it and help you get really clear, because I want you to get excited again about showing up for your business. I want you to be so excited to wake up, get back to basics, get back to business, doing what you love, which is what? Serving other people, right? Like, if you're in my community, I know that's your heart, is that you probably love to help or serve or bless other people. And if that's you, how many of you guys realize that the more money you make, the more you can serve other people? It's just the truth. Like, the more you can give, the more you can, if you have a dream to give to orphanages or give back to communities or pay off somebody, teacher supply lists. Like, I love that this year so many people were paying off teacher supply wish lists. I was like, yes, but guess what that takes? It takes an income so that people can get really clear on where in which your vision is, so that you can go and serve other people, right? So in day one, there is a workbook to go with this challenge that I'm going to do. So you are invited to be a part of it. It's a free challenge. The workbook, the early bird pricing ends tonight on the workbook, but it's going to help you get really clear. So you wake up every day so excited to work your business, that you get excited about being, one of those 5 buckets that we always talk about, that you're really clear about that you could talk about it for hours. If I said to you, what is one thing, if I put a microphone in your hand, that you could talk about for 3 hours? What would it be? Put it in the comments. Like, what's one thing? Like, could you organize houses? Could you talk about energy drinks? Could you talk about, getting your kids off to school and you're like the best organizer for back to school? Could you talk about, way to save people time with cooking? Like, what is it that you could do that you could get so clear on? So we're going to go over that so that you're really clear on that. You're going to get clear on your 5 buckets. So in the workbook, what's awesome is you're going to get clear on the pain points of people. I know people in my audience are in pain because they don't feel confident to be consistent online. They don't feel confident to be. So we're going to change that, y'all. We're going to up level, raise the vibration of confidence in this community over the next year. So we're going to start though with August, and then we're going to go to the end of 2022. We're going to raise this vibration of this community to be able to have more confidence. So I don't know what's going on with you if you feel like you're believing stinking thinking and you just believe something's wrong. And so you're not showing up in a powerful, positive way, or you believe somebody else can do it better. No, the only reason someone else is having more success than you is because they decided to do it. Now, if it's that you want to have success in basketball, well, I can't help you there. But if you want to have success in network marketing, it is because someone else decided to show up bolder, stronger, braver than you. And if you want more, you get to show up more. It may look messy. You guys, today, I sent out emails and notifications about this challenge to the wrong. I sent it out wrong. I'm just going to be honest. And so when I did that, I was like, well, I could cancel it, or I could be like, who cares? We done over perfect. So if you're ready to be done over perfect, please put in the comments, like, done over perfect. Like, let's do this, because perfectionism can hold us back when the truth is nobody knows when you're being a mess. They really don't. I promise you. And if they are, they're probably not meant to be in your circle. Just going to be honest. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to help you get really clear on your living room, like, of your social media. Like, are you clear in the places? And could you just take some more positive action to move forward in that, so that you're really clear on that? What are the 2 platforms that you could be really clear and show up on consistently? Maybe what has you frozen, or any of you guys feel frozen about these new platforms and that you feel like you got to go be an expert on them? Like, I know I was for a while, so I'm just going to keep it 100 and let you know, like, I was confused. And so I'm like, then I stopped showing up. Well, that doesn't help anybody when you stop showing up. So if you have a heart to serve other people, don't be nervous. You won't be nervous when your heart really is on service. Like, I was so excited to show up. I don't care if there's 1 person on today or 500 people on today. I was going to show up because I believe that you guys, when you have clarity, that will give you confidence to give you more cash flow. And cash flow, when good people have it, they do great things with it. And that is my passion. So I'm going to get you really clear on your 5 buckets and what those branding buckets are for you throughout this next 4 days, because I want you to be, when you're really clear on your values, who you are, like, if family is a value for you, or if your faith is a value for you, or if having fun is a value for you, or you're growing your business is one of your core things you want to happen in the end of 2022, you're going to write those in here. And then what's so powerful is every time someone invites you to XYZ event or trip or whatever, you're going to run it by your buckets and you're going to go, does that align with my buckets? You want to know why it's so powerful? Because when you are aligned, you show up with more energy. You show up on purpose. You show up more excited because it's in alignment with who the heck you are. I love that, when you're able to put what's most important to you first, you show up more powerfully. So it's just, when we can get that clear for you in the next 4 days, I promise you, it'll help you just show up with more power. Okay. And the last thing is, during tough economic times, when people, I probably failed at the beginning of this video, but who the heck cares? Like, here's the truth. When people are going through tough times, they either go into fear mode, they go into fight mode, because our brains are conditioned for survival. But we've got to get you towards the future and having hope towards where you're going and who you're taking with you. And if you can get really clear on that, where you're headed to, where you're taking people to, are you helping people create wealth in their life? Are you helping people get out of debt in their life? Are you helping people, have a bigger vision for them? Are you helping them mom better? Are you helping them be better parents because they get to stay home more and they're not having to check in to a job that they don't like? Or maybe they love their job, but you're giving them vacation money. Maybe, and so when you can get really clear on your core values and what you want to do, in getting started, it will help you not be paralyzed and frozen and confuse people when they're like, is it time to do this? Is it not? Yes, the time is now. And it's just a matter of getting really clear so you can have more confidence, which will give you more cash flow. You have to ask yourself, like, the questions: what would it be like if I stood out online? What would it be like if I served people? What would it be like if I did it afraid and I did it anyway? Like, what would it feel like if you actually had the success you wanted to have? Because some of you guys are afraid of success. So this is your permission. I don't believe in accidents. I believe in intention that you got on here tonight because you know that maybe you're in a place where that fire is like dimming. And that happened in August to a lot of people. So this is just the truth because you're like ending a season where your kids are, this is like the first back to school real year we've had in 3 years. And so really like it's been the weirdest time. So normalize that for yourself and give yourself permission to have grace and then know that this next season for you could be one of your best ones yet. If you're clear on who you want to serve, like COVID made me really clear on that I want to really serve families. I want to be close to my family. And so if that's the true, yes, it did, Jay. It so did. And so, there's a fire left for you to build and for you to become that light, just a little spark that can light the whole fire. I believe that. So if you want to be a part of the challenge, put niche in the comments below or put challenge in the comments below and I will get you information. It's free to join. Starts tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. And it's each day for the next 4 days. And it's my gift back to the industry that has changed my life and given us freedom and choices. And I'm grateful. So, all right, y'all, thanks so much for hanging in there with us tonight. God bless. Happy Sunday. Happy start to your week. And I will see you in the inside. So put, challenge in the comments if you want to be a part of it. All right. Have a good night.